small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What you just saw, the first ever moon landing, that was really fake. The US government lied to you and NASA knew about it.
Nightfam. Until today, many people believe what I just said. They strongly believe that the historical moon landing in 1969 was not real. And that is why today we're going to get the answers.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Conspiracies
After Nightfall.
To really know the truth, we have to investigate how this conspiracy started. See, about 7 years after the world-changing moment, a man named Bill Kaysing published a book that boldly claimed we never went to the moon. Bill was a former US Navy officer who worked for a rocket manufacturer of the moon mission. And because supposedly he had the inside knowledge, Bill risked everything to expose the US government. He claimed that NASA just staged the moon landings in a studio because the US simply didn't have the technology for it. But because America then wanted to beat Russia in space race, they allegedly went ahead and just fabricated everything. Bill planted the idea in skeptics' heads, asking questions. Why were stars not visible in the photos? Why was there a letter C seen on a moon rock? Was it just a studio prop? And why was the American flag waving in a place that had no breeze? To make things worse, it didn't help that during that time, people had very little trust in the US government. These other stories were already brewing in their heads. That is why faking the moon landing wasn't such a crazy idea after all. And that is how Bill Kaysing's crazy ideas slowly gained traction. Generation after generation, up till today, even famous personalities have come out to doubt history.
Steph Curry was part of a podcast, agreed the moon landing might not have taken place.
And even videos like these are gaining millions of views.
It just creeps me out so much, and it's not a shock because the government fakes so much.
Again, pointing out suspicious details like the mismatch of footprints.
Take a look at Neil Armstrong's space boots versus the footprint it made on the moon.
Or simple questions like, who then took Neil Armstrong's picture?
If Neil Armstrong was the first person on the moon, who would have taken this photo of him?
It was fake. It was just a way for the government to make more money.
All of this, Nightfam, is the reason why many people believe that one giant leap for mankind was actually just one giant publicity stunt.
I believe it's fairly.
So, to finally answer the question, were we all just fooled about our own history? Well, for starters, it's not crazy to say that governments hide things from people. We most definitely know that there could be parts of our own history where we, the average people, were fooled, betrayed, and lied to. But we cannot end this video with more questions than answers, because truth seekers have also come forward debunking the claims of conspiracy theorists. The boots? Simple explanation was that astronauts used different shoes inside the spaceship and on the moon. The unseen stars? Most likely explanation is that the camera's aperture was not wide enough to capture the star's light. And the waving US flag? Turns out a small telescopic arm was attached to the flagpole to keep the flag extended, but some failure caused the flag to not look flat but wave-like. The cameraman? Well, NASA had cameras implanted on every piece of the Apollo spacecraft.
Hundreds of engineering hours that went behind this and the records of those designs. If you wanted to fake the moon landing, you would have to fake all of these documents. And it just seems to me it's way easier to just go to the moon.
Just like the moon, our history definitely has its own dark side. But claiming that we did not, in fact, achieve humanity's huge milestone the first time is an insult to the thousands of scientists, engineers, and astronauts. It's an insult to incredibly smart people who continue to dedicate their whole lives for the search of beauty beyond our world.
Okay, let's go, would you, Charlie? You got all your steering, it's great. Oh, this is going to be some kind of different ride. Hippity hopping over hill and dale.
There is no doubt those who insist that the moon landing was just one small setup by certain men.
Hey, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now.
They are only giving one giant slap to the genius of mankind.